This is a 2026 Toyota 4Runner Platinum. And this is my first time actually seeing one because they're pretty popular, and I can't wait to show the interior on this build because it's beautiful. I borrowed this SUV from Karl Malone Toyota here in Draper, Utah. This is available for sale. Be sure to check out their inventory. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features on this build. In the top left corner is the description. So Platinum, full-time four-wheel drive, and hybrid does come standard on this too, okay? And then this is a short listing of the standard features here. Be sure to pause to see more. Now base price is $63,660, and then this one just has the automatic power running boards, tailgate LED light, and then all-weather floor mats. Everything else is going to be standard on this one. Destination is $1495 with a total price of $66,559, and then here are the fuel economy off to the side. If I were to get a 4Runner, it would pretty much be this trim level. Love the front end. The only thing I would do differently is just pull off this air dam on the front end, which is pretty easy to do. Now, you guys see this Toyota badge does have like a matted finish here. And then you have like this black chrome on the grille. Adaptive cruise control, 360 camera, all that's going to be standard. Now let's take a quick peek at these headlights for a second, and then we'll jump back into the video. So you guys can see this one does have the dual projector beams. They also illuminate that 4Runner badge right there. Fog lights, and here are the turn signals. You can also see the LED light here. And then here's a look at those tail lights. Really nice graphics here on the side. LED license plate. You guys can see there is a little bit of flow through on the fender flare. Front parking sensors. And really aggressive styling too on this part of the bumper. Definitely a little bit of heritage there. And then this is a quick peek at that suspension. Double wishbone, independent. Fabric material for the liner. And then here are the tires. These are the Dunlop Grand Trek PT5As. I want to say they're the exact same thing on my wife's Lexus, by the way. 20-inch wheel. And what do you guys think about the design? I think the blackout looks great. Even the wheel lug nuts have like a black chrome that kind of matches that front grille. 4-piston brakes, and if you care to see the capacity for the tire, it's right here, 2,535 pounds at 50 psi cold. They definitely kept that wheelbase very close to the predecessors simply because they still think people take these off-road for whatever reason. iForce Max badge right there. And then here's that Platinum badge. And as you guys saw, these were an option. And I don't even know if they're even needed because it doesn't sit that high. Smart key system for the front doors. Blind spot alert. Camera, and looks like puddle light right there. Here's your roof rails finished in black. Here's that sunroof. And then that shark fin right there. Here's where you're gonna fill up at. 19-gallon fuel tank. And what's so nice about the 4Runner is down below you do have a solid rear axle, stainless steel exhaust. Then here is that spare. It looks like it's a matching wheel and tire. They do give you some recovery hooks on the receiver hitch back here. You have your 7 and 4 pin. And then here's a nice peek at that rear. More heritage. They hide that windshield wiper again. They did that back in the 90s. Love the taillight design too. You have 2 cameras here. One for the rearview mirror, and then this is for backup. You can put like a matted finish on this Toyota imprint here. You cannot get the third row seat with this because of the hybrid system. Your battery is hidden behind this compartment. There are some LED lights there and out back. And if you want more light, they do give you some LED lights that you can add here after the fact too. Also, 2400 watts of power, more LED lights there. And this is just for tie down, a little bit of storage, even right underneath here. More storage right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's probably better to open this from that side too. And if you did have a third row seat, they can use this storage here. More tie downs on the floor. And most people know that that glass does slide as well. Parking sensors. And then just check out some of the styling. I never thought I'd see the day that a Toyota 4Runner would have a hybrid system, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But on top of that, a turbocharged engine at that. This is a 2.4 liter inline 4, and that's your electric assistance right there. Now this engine is good for 326 horsepower, which comes on around 6,000 RPM, and then 465 pound-feet of torque. That comes on around 1,700 RPM. Now remember, this is direct and port injected too, so I love that Toyota did that because those intake valves get that spray. They are using aluminum construction, so a little bit lighter engine too, especially with the extra components of like the turbocharger. 8-speed transmission behind it. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. I think that platinum now means you get blue interior or blue accented interior, because the Tundra has an accented blue interior, and this actually has a lot of blue leather pretty much throughout this interior. And I actually like what they've done. And this like goldish stitching really ties in well. You guys can see even some of the piping here. Perforated leather, great bowstring. Now these are 12-way seats because the lumbar does go up and down, and that's gonna be for both sides too. Over the floor mats. 14 speaker JBL, auto up and down for front and rear windows, auto folding outside mirrors, seat memories. They did a really good job. And what do you guys think about this graphic here too? Let's see if you can see it better right here. I like that. Very interesting. They do give you an LED light here. As I mentioned, 12-way. More blue there and here. They did a good job with how they accented too. It looks good with the black too, I would say. You can see that graphic just a little bit better right there. Now I did pull this seat up just a little bit because I wanted to see if I could sit behind myself. You can put your feet pretty far back. And I would say this is pretty comfortable. I have the seat pretty low. But yeah, this is definitely, I would say, almost the same size as my wife's Lexus LX. But out back, I feel like this is just a little bit smaller. 14-inch screen right there. You also have a camera for this rearview mirror. And LED lights, vanity. Also, this can flip out. That sunroof. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. There's a bottle holder. I like that tweeter accent there. Grab handle. Nothing on the roof, however. Now, as I said, that seat is up just a little bit. But I will admit, this is definitely smaller. Even getting in and out, like there's not a lot of room here. But it's not bad though. And, oh, look at that. They have heated outboard seats in the rear. I don't think I've ever seen that in the 4Runner 2. You guys see the air vents, 2400 watt power plug, 2 Type-C USBs, seat back pockets. You also have this guy, armrests. And this second row does recline. Let's see how much it reclines. Quite a bit. On the roof, little bit of lighting. But yeah, this is definitely smaller. I don't know if I could trade in her car for this because there's no third row, and I would love to have a platinum trim. And as I said, because of the hybrid system, you can't get a third row with this one. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Let's go ahead and put it in reverse for a second. Love the camera system. Also, they have a lot of nice camera views, and they've done a good job with this overall. If you want to check your parking, also, as I mentioned, you do have a camera here. They also hide the home link in this rearview mirror. A place for your sunshades, more of that lighting. If you want to drop that rear glass, it is automatic too, so you don't have to hold the button going up or down. Okay. Wireless charger. You guys can also see dual climate control, heated and ventilated front seats, USBs, 12 volts, electronic parking brake. And remember, this does have full-time four-wheel drive. Here's some of your driving modes too. So you do add Sport S Plus when you get this platinum trim, and then Sport S, normal, comfort, and then eco mode. Okay. Cup holders. This is also another cool camera view that they give you. If you plan on towing a trailer, they do have some assistance for that. Tow haul mode. This is a power steering column too. And I like this screen. They give you a lot of nice information in there. Heads up displays on this one too. And if you want to go through the screen, there's nothing really to see here because you have to have a subscription, all that stuff, which I don't really like that. But hey, you know, a lot of the manufacturers are doing that now, so you kind of have to take it or leave it. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so if you don't want to add anything to it, you still have all your features on your phone that you can use here wirelessly too. You can change display settings there, sound and media, vehicle customization, illumination, so you can change the brightness, also your sensitivity for the lights, boarding and exit, has a seat slide with a steering column tilt, custom drive modes can be set up there, climate, and then utility. And I want to take this for a quick drive, and then I'll show you guys the numbers on the door. One thing that's nice about the Toyota 4Runner is the size of it and the fact that it has a hybrid system. So if you live in the city, this is easy to drive. Number one, it's easy to maneuver in small, tight spots. But on top of that, it's going to get the best fuel economy driving in the city. So it's really a win-win. And as you guys saw, 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque looks like this. You ready? Now I'm in eco mode, okay? That is not bad. Now I will say, if you need to pass at 75 miles an hour and you give it the juice, it does feel like it's out of steam because yes, it is a 4-cylinder engine. But when you're at these higher altitudes, you have to take into account the turbocharger makes up the loss in power at these elevations. So you have to be mindful of that. Visibility out back is pretty dang good. I like the mirrors too. The mirrors sit high, and I like how they kind of have like a higher spot at the very top here, and it kind of curves down. It doesn't really affect the visibility. Now, as far as the brakes go, that's what I like about this too, is the brakes aren't touchy at all. And I feel like you have to give them a little bit of input, but it's a good feel, good brake feel. And the tires don't have a lot of road noise. We're just going about, what, 75, 80 miles an hour just now. I don't recall hearing these tires. So Dunlop tires are going to be pretty good. And it's a 20-inch wheel too, so it's not too big of a wheel. But yeah, the way this thing handles, it's really easy to drive. It's actually a little fun to drive, if I can say that. And overall, I think that most people will find this powertrain to be more than enough. And it doesn't hurt to have full-time four-wheel drive. Now, if you plan on putting this in your business name or towing a trailer, these numbers might be important to you. The gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,045 pounds. The rear is 3,700 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6,505 pounds. 20 by 8 wide wheels. And then all-in payload capacity is 895 pounds minus 14 pounds for the upgrades that they added to this SUV. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll have a chance to do a comparison with a hybrid system and a non-hybrid system so we can see the fuel economy difference. See you guys soon.